Welcome back to Gun Dogs and Game Birds, the place for gun dog and game bird related topics. Welcome back, guys, to Gun Runners, Gun Dogs and Game Birds, my place for gun dog and game bird related topics. Tonight on the channel, guys, I want to talk a little bit about missed shots. What do you do when you miss a shot, and how does it affect your training? Guys, when it comes to training, everybody's going to miss a shot from time to time. It's just something that happens. But how you handle a missed shot and what you do could make the difference in what separates you from being a good field trialer or a really good field trialer. Now, when you miss a shot, if you've only got one bird on the field, what do? Do you go over and immediately leash your dog up? Do you whoa your dog? Do you follow him to the edge of the tree line where he chases the bird out of bounds, leash him up, take him back to the truck? Or do you continue that sequence and work on something different? Well, in my opinion, guys, once you put a dog down on the ground to train it, even though you may be aggravated because you missed a shot, you should figure out a way to utilize that sequence and work on something or work on another area where that dog may be weak. Now, typically when I go into a field to train a dog, if I'm going onto the field to work on, let's say, retrieving, and I've got a bird on the ground, and it's dependent or it's incumbent on me being able to harvest that bird for me to be able to work on a retrieve, I try to always be prepared for the worst. If, for instance, I actually miss that bird, I want to be prepared to at least work on something else and take advantage of the opportunity of that missed shot. Well, what I always try to do is I always try to carry a dead bird in my pouch with me. If I have prepared correctly and I have taken a dead bird on the field with me, then I have the opportunity, if I have fired my gun, to work on a blind retrieve. Now, when a bird comes up and flies and you shoot at the bird, the dog really, in my opinion, he doesn't actually know that that is the only bird that came up and flushed. Now, to be quite honest, I think when the dog picks up a blind retrieve, a lot of times it knows that it's already been retrieved before because it can smell dog scent on the bird. But initially, when you're throwing something in a direction to get a blind retrieve, I don't think that dog initially knows that the bird that it's looking for wasn't the bird that you actually shot. So when he finds it and he picks it up and he brings it to you, yes, he might know that that wasn't the bird that you shot at. Guys, these dogs are way smarter than a lot of times we give them credit for. But in my opinion, guys, anytime you have an opportunity to work on something else when you've made a mistake, take advantage of it. Because doing this is what really in my opinion, separates field trialers. Being prepared to work on other opportunities when your fellow field trialers may not be doing it might actually give you an advantage sometimes. So prepare for it. Look for every opportunity you can. When you make a mistake, don't just jerk your dog up off the field. Even if you don't have a bird in your pouch to work on a blind retrieve, work on something else. Take the dog in a different direction. Work on that dog's handling. Work on that dog's actual field coverage. Figure out other opportunities where you can work on that dog other than just immediately leashing that dog up and taking that dog to the truck because you're not satisfied with your performance on your shooting. Look for some other way to work that dog in the field and capitalize on another opportunity. Anyway, guys, right here I'm going to put a video up where I actually missed a bird, but instead of just yanking that dog up and pulling it off a field, I worked on another opportunity. I hope these tips that I'm putting in here, somebody's getting something out of them. And like I always say, guys, when every second counts, hunt with a trained gun dog. Come back for the next video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. He's got that bird. Whoa, whoa. Bird's right here. Missed it. Jake, leave it! Here! Here, Jake! Jake! Dead! Dead! Jake, dead! Fetch it here! Here! Good boy. Here! Well, even when you miss, there's an opportunity there to work on a blind retrieve. So, take advantage of it if you have a bird.